I'm Karen McCarthy, and it's time to Karen-ize. Today's Friday when we do some crafting. I can't remember if the video I talked about this next thing is before or after this, but I am probably not going to be doing every single week. The crafting videos are a little bit more time intense, and my life is getting very crazy, so not as much time for crafting. So I'm going to post at least once a month, and then when I can, in between. It just depends on life. So today what I'm going to do is share some kids crafts. Some of them are so cute you might want to do them yourself, because I'm getting ready for a crafting workshop for moms in my area. So just making some fun crafts, a lot using recyclable products, and definitely inexpensive. So enjoy and let me know in the comments how you like them and which one is your favorite. And are you going to do any of them? Period. I forget, I keep doing voice texting a lot. So I tend to put punctuation into my conversations too. Does anyone else do that? Let's get right to the projects. Hello, I was just putting this video together and I don't know what is going on. I think it's got to do with the programs that I'm using to upload my videos, but it's got the little frame with the black all around it again, and I'm doing it the way I used to do. So something's going on. I apologize for that. Don't have time or inclination to do the projects over. So I hope you'll bear with me with the weird video output, I guess you would call it. Anyway, thanks for watching and bearing with me. We'll see if this one works. I had a brilliant idea of making little chicks out of egg carton compartments. I don't know what you call it, but I had a whole bunch donated and they're going to have the back open. So I'm going to get creative. So what I'm going to do first is just glue them together and then trim it up a little bit. We'll see. Of course, you know that if it doesn't work out, you'll never see this video. So I'm going to glue those together. Oh, you know what? I want to make a little beak. Let's see. I'm trying to think how to do it. Let's do it like this. I'm just going to make it like this. This is probably way too big, but I can trim it down. Just going to fold over a triangle. Yeah, way too big. And then I'll cut it down. Still a little too big. Let's see if I left, oh good, it didn't quite glue there. So now I'm going to put some glue here in the middle and just glue that little beak in there. Press it down. I don't know whether it's best to paint this before you do all of this or after, but I am going to paint afterwards. All right, and then I'm going to trim all of this extra stuff off so the chick looks nice and round. I'm just going to trim up the back a little bit. I think we're going to make little puppets. We're going to call them puppets, and they can put their fingers in the back, and then it's like this part is on purpose. So I'll just trim it up so that it looks a little bit nicer. And then I'm sure you know how to paint, so I'm going to paint this off camera, and then I will show you what it looks like when it's done. Oh, and I have over at the other table, I have some little feathers to glue to stick up and make some little wings. So I will be back with the finished product. All right, we are going to make a paper plate bunny. So we're going to take a paper plate and just turn it so that the raised side is up. And I will probably be making a template for my workshop, but I am just going to just kind of eyeball how big I want the ears. So I think I'm going to cut these into thirds and just do some not super long ears. So make sure I'm in frame. I have the hardest time with that. Okay, I might have made that a little too short. I think I did. All right, so if I do it like this, no, we're just gonna do it this way. Okay, so I'm gonna glue the ears onto the back, and I want them to be probably this long. So I will use this other section for something with another project. And I am just going to cut an ear shape out. And then I'll take the pink ones and make them a little bit smaller so that they are the inside of the ears. So let me just separate the pink from the white. Do I have 3 whites? Yeah, those will become my templates for the workshop. Okay, so, and the size of the pink just depends on how much white you want showing around the pink. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna round it off a little bit. There we go. Scraps out of the way. And I'm gonna grab my handed glue stick. Boy, yeah, this Dollar Tree and Family Dollar construction paper is definitely thin. Not the kind I used to get for the youth center or schools. But it will work. It'll work just fine. And it's a lot cheaper. So I'm just going to glue it down with my glue stick. Whoops. Get all those edges. It's harder to grab because it's so thin. All right, so that's as easy as the ears, and then you can, of course, if you're freehanding, just trim it to whatever shape you want it to be. I'm going to round the top of the ears off just a little bit more. All right. Now for this one, I am just going to draw eyes, but the kids will probably want to do googly eyes, but just for something different. So I'm using red pipe cleaners because I had these red glittery pom-poms that I thought they would love, but they're going to have a choice of whatever colors of each I have. And I think I'm going to, sorry, I heard this weird noise. I don't know what's going on. It must be a big truck or something going by upstairs. I'm just going to kind of fold these, cut them off. And do a little twist in the middle. We'll see if this works. Yeah, that's going to work just fine. Now this one, they are going to have to use the glue gun, so we'll have the glue gun station. So I'm just going to put a nice glob of glue, hot glue in the middle there. Hold that down, and I'll bet there's enough glue coming up I can probably glue them. Whoa! Don't push so hard. That scared me. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need some more glue. This is super quick, which is good because the little kids, especially when you have preschoolers, their attention span is not all that long. Whoops. Glue strings all over the place. And then I'm just going to make some eyes here. Like I say, they'll probably choose googly eyes, but that's okay. And I think I'm going to make a mouth. So I'm just going to go like this for the mouth. Maybe draw a couple of teeth. Whatever. His face is a little crooked. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my goodness. Definitely a little crooked. I bet I can fix it a little bit if I just make this eye a little bit bigger or something. That's what happens when you're freehanding. Yeah, it's still a little crooked, but that's okay. That's definitely okay. And then I don't know if I have just a little pink one. Let's just make some pink cheeks here. Under his whiskers. The whiskers could probably be a little bit longer, but that's okay for the demo. And then yeah, his face is definitely crooked. That's okay. Then the kids will think, oh, I can do better than that. So I'm just going to hot glue. I'll probably have the kids just use regular glue with a little bit of tape to hold it on, just depending. I mean, it depends on how busy the hot glue station is. Oh, I've got to glue them up towards the end of the paper plate so the ears don't flop too bad. All right, and there he is. And they can do all kinds of decorating on him if they want, but super easy, super fast, and usually we got most of this stuff on hand. Maybe not the glittery pom-poms. Okay, I couldn't stand it. I had to redo it. So he's a little less crooked and his whiskers are longer. And then I'm going to have all kinds of things for them to use to kind of embellish a little bit. But I'm going to use some of these little flowers. So now, if I was doing it at home, I would use some of my bigger flowers, but I don't have enough of them for the workshop. And because I'm trying to keep costs down, I'm not going to go buy any because they do tend to be a little more expensive because you get less on a stock. I don't know what you call it. So I'm just going to use these little ones. And I'm just going to glue them up here. Now, sometimes they're like this. If you take a hot glue gun, or not a hair dryer to them, they'll stop doing that. But I'm just going to glue it for the sake of the video. Just glue it down. And I'll have stickers. They can put stickers up. The kids love stickers. Oh, my goodness, my glue is just stringier than heck today. So the kids will have all kinds of things. If you were doing it at home, you could even do glitter. I don't do glitter at the workshops because, well, I don't think I have to explain that. Even though it's in the garage, my husband does not want to have to deal with glitter when he's doing his woodworking projects afterwards. So there, just a little bit of embellishment at the top, and I think it turned out pretty cute, except for all the glue strings. Goodness sakes. Let me know if you know a way to not have so many glue strings. There we go. Here is a super simple little bunny to make. Let me get it up in frame. You're just going to trace the child's hand with their fingers apart. Whoop, my wedding ring's getting in the way. And then cut it out. Oh gosh, I've got glue strings from the previous project all over my scissors. Whoa, I just kind of cut the tip of my finger off. We'll have to fix that in a minute. Let's make it easier. There we go. All right. And then, well, let me fix this one. Make it a little bit curvier. There we go. Then you're going to cut the middle finger off. Now, some children are not going to be able to do that. You can just fold it back. They're not going to be able to distinguish mentally that they're not really cutting a finger off. So you can fold it back. And then this is going to be one of his arms, and this is going to be another of his arms. And then you can just shape the body the way that you want down here. And get your markers. I'm Well, I'm going to fold this back just so I can remember to show parents if they can't handle cutting it off. Just going to draw a little face here, little eyes, a little nose, and a mouth. And grab my pink and just color in the ears so they have a center. And of course they can add anything they want, even googly eyes. I'm going to have plenty of googly eyes. And what's really cute, and if I can find some, maybe a little sucker. Stick a little sucker here. Whoops, I drew the mouth right on the arm. Put his fingers around a little, or his hands around a little sucker. I might steal one of my husband's suckers for the picture at the end. And I think it needs, I was going to put a feather, not a, I swear I can sit in one place and look, there they are. Put a little flower or something there. Just put a, oh, that one's way too big. I'm going to find something littler. So I'll find something smaller and put something up here just to give a little bit of embellishment. And I mean, super simple and something that's fun for the kids to do because it's their own hand. I realized a carrot would be what a bunny would be holding. Now, if you're doing it for a gift, you could put a sucker in, but we're just going to glue a little carrot and then glue the arms over the carrot. And I just found a little jewel to put up at the top. They could draw something, they could just have it blank. Now their hands are going to be even smaller than mine, so I'm not going to want something huge. Whoops. Just going to put a little glue and glue that hand right there. There we go. I think I'm going to glue it down a little bit so it's not sticking out. There we go. Okay, how cute. All right, for this one, we're going to need a couple of toilet paper rolls or a paper towel roll that you cut down. I'm actually using what I took off of the paper plate bunny, so if I haven't shown that one yet, you will be seeing what I'm talking about in a little while. I made them too short, but it's the perfect size for this one. And I actually cut the pom-pom off and it left what looks like a little nose, so I'm just going to leave it like that, but they'll have a whole pom-pom for it. So we're going to make some bunny ears by just squishing this one and cutting just little strips. And those are going to become the ears. And if you want, you could glue it onto some pink paper. I think for the intents of the workshop, I'm not going to do that just because it's easier to do it with hot glue or something that's going to sit for a while to dry, and they're not going to have that time. So we're just going to do it like this and make those little ears. In my head, it was working really well. They're not going to glue on here very well. So we're going to go to plan B. We're going to cut some ears out of paper again, glue them to the back. We're going to do it this way. All right, we'll just cut them. Things don't always work in reality the way they do in one's head. But that's okay. All right, so we're going to do the same thing we did for the paper plate. Hopefully I remember to put that one on first so you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you will know in a little bit. Cut the pink a little bit smaller now so it can fit inside. Grab my glue stick. Just put glue all over that pink. Glue it down. then we've got the ears, super simple. You could even have them color the pink part. You don't have to. And I'm gonna glue it. This is gonna be the front, so I'm gonna just glue it here instead of back here, just so, good thing that glue dries clear. Just so it kind of covers up the inside of the paper tube. Oops, I did paint inside a little bit so that the brown paper doesn't show up. Sometimes these glue sticks work really well for me and other times they don't. This one, not so much. Anyway, so that the brown of the paper, toilet paper roll does not show. Sorry, I can't talk and craft at the same time, I guess. Not today, anyway. Okay. And then I'm going to use the hot glue gun. I try to get projects where we don't have to do hot glue guns, but boy, I'll tell you, it's waiting for glue to dry in a little workshop like that doesn't always work, or the paint even. So we end up doing more glue stick or hot glue than I want to, but that's okay. I'm looking at my notes and see what I just want to draw the mouth. Just gonna do a little mouth like this. I was gonna draw the eyes, but I just think it needs googly eyes. So let's put this lid on before that starts to dry out. Oops, I got pieces of my other projects all over the place here. Come on. I have googly eyes that have color. Let me show you. I think I got them at Dollar Tree. Well, like you can see, the pink one and the green one, but I'm saving those for the kids. So I am just going to find some black ones. Although last time I think they all chose the black ones. Surprised me. Okay. Put a little dot of glue where I want each one of those. Ooh, that dot's probably bigger than the eyeball because these are pretty small. Nope. And I think he needs a little bow. So let me grab my bows and see if they're too big. I don't think so. No, so we'll put a little bow there. And there he is. Easy. Easy peasy. All right, came up with a way to do the ears here. So I just took what was left of that paper towel tube, and I'll probably go back and paint the inside later. I'm gonna take these ears and just kind of squish the bottom a little bit so it has a flat bottom. And we're just gonna make a little bunny. I wanted to have a bunny we could put a tail on, so we're gonna do a bunny with a tail. So again, we're gonna have to use the hot glue gun. And just glue the ears right on top like that. Get some googly eyes. Whoops, I better get them out before I get the glue because sometimes it's a little harder to, whoops, that's a blue one. A little harder to grab them with my fingernails. Okay. Put the dots for the eyes. I'll be right back. I want to grab a couple of pom-poms. I'm going to do a little red pom-pom for the nose. Try to go a little non-traditional, just so the kids know it's okay. Then I'm going to glue a white pom-pom on the back for his tail. Cute. And just draw a little mouth. I don't think you're even going to be able to see the mouth, but just in case. And you could, like I was saying before, you could put some pink paper behind there so that the inside of the ears were pink, but I thought that was kind of a cute one. They'd be cute by place settings at Easter or as a napkin ring.